Hi, this is Hoodie from Training Systems and Tactics. Very often I'm asked the question, what's the most effective way of clearing jams, double feeds, and malfunctions? Today we're going to talk about that. We're going to leave out standard malfunctions. For the most part, TAP-RACK Assess usually fixes the problem. We can deal with that on another video, but right now we're going to focus on double feeds. Double feeds do happen, and in our classes, we often simulate them to make sure that people can clear them effectively and properly. So what's the steps? There are two main ways of doing it. There are many different ways, but the ones that we find to be most effective are the ones I'm going to demonstrate for you tonight. We start off obviously making sure our firearm is unloaded. There is no ammunition anywhere in the room, and the gun is totally clear and empty. The only ammunition we do have is we have dummy rounds. We have orange and blue to show you different things that happen during the course of the clearing of the double feed. I'm going to use different colored dummy rounds so you can effectively see how one works according to which method you use. So how do we simulate one? Well, that's the easy one. Aim the firearm down, you take your dummy round, you put it into the chamber. This is the blue dummy round. Put it into the chamber facing down. We're going to have an orange one on top. You load the magazine in. You drop the slide. And now you have a simulated double feed. So, in a situation like this, you would be in the fight and the gun would jam in this manner. What's the best way to do it? Way number one, the method I use, which I find to be the most effective. Since we always do work in our workspace, we always reload, we always do any method of changing or repairing the gun and fixing malfunction in our workspace, and the reason is because we can focus on our threat, what's in front of us, and on the firearm itself. So, best way to clear it, or way number one to clear it, first thing we would do is we would lock open the slide. So you push the slide back, lift the slide stop. That's the first step. Then you release the magazine. Now, one of the things that you're going to see happen when you release the magazine is that blue-tipped dummy round that was in the chamber will drop out with you. If your gun is done properly in your workspace and you have a 45-degree angle, gravity will drop that round out. Watch. Right to the floor, leaving us with a full magazine. Bring the magazine back in, seat it properly, drop the slide, and now you are back on target, ready to go in the fight. Now, I'm choosing a subcompact to work with because the second method is a lot harder to deal with. So right now, we're back in the game. We didn't lose any rounds. The spent shell that was in the chamber fell out with gravity, dropped it to the ground, and now we have all of our rounds. The second method is a little bit different because it works on a different principle. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to clear, that was that orange shell. We're going to load up another magazine and we're going to simulate the double feed. Take the blue tip dummy round, drop it inside, take the orange tip magazine, drop it in there, bring the slide forward. Now we got a simulated double feed. Second method. Many people work with this. If it works for you, effectively. Now I'll explain to you the pluses and minuses and we'll go through that. First method is to rip out the magazine. So on a subcompact, there's not much to grab, so we're going to have to work with it. You push the magazine, you grab that, you rip that magazine out. You see we've got a slide over here. Then you have to clear the round from the chamber, magazine back in, and now you're back in the game. And here's your orange shell. To me, the reason the second method is not a method I work with is because it just takes a lot of racking. The advantage to that is that, say that first shell, the first method of dropping the slide first, say you don't see the shell drop out with it, that means the extractor didn't grab it properly. And if the extracted and grabbed properly, then you're going to have to rack that anyway. One example would be double feed. If I open it and I drop the magazine out, notice how the orange round didn't go with it? Now I know that because the orange rounds tend to get stuck in the barrel often. If that happens in a real scenario, now you have to pay attention that no round dropped. Drop the slide. Get that round out and do that method to get it in there. Does it work in most cases? It does work in most cases. That round will drop out the first time. But either way is an effective method for clearing a double feed. Anything else? Just keep getting back in the fight, whatever it takes. As fast as you can, get back in the fight. Thanks for watching.